Cub fans, I'm going to tell you guys right now, the Chicago Cubs definitely are feeling some buyer's remorse from what they thought they were going to get to what they're actually getting. Let's talk about it. Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, your number one spot for all things Chicago Cubs. I am your host, Mike Jones. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys, to this episode. Now, before we begin, I do want you guys to make sure that you like, share, and subscribe so that you never miss any of the content that we have going on over here on Chicago Cubs Central. Thank you all so much for tuning in and for listening. Make sure that you guys do that. Now, I think there is an elephant in the room that we have to talk about. A new 5-year, 175, $185 million elephant that we have to confront. What is that elephant? That elephant is nothing short of Alex Bregman. Alex Bregman, guys, has become completely unwatchable. Not because he's striking out constantly, not because he's making errors, not because he's lazy. He's unwatchable because every time the game is on the line, Cubs fans are expecting something big. And guess what? ... Nothing happens. Sunday night was the breaking point. Bases loaded, bottom of the eighth, national televised game on NBC. You know, I don't want to say the season was hanging in the balance, but it was an important part of the season. And guys, Alex Bregman comes up empty again. This is a reoccurring issue that we keep having with him. And at some point, we have to stop talking about who Alex Bregman used to be and start talking about who Alex Bregman is right now. The back of the baseball card doesn't always win games. Production does. And so, like I said, you know, I'm looking at this with Alex Bregman, and I'm asking myself, do the Chicago Cubs already have buyer's remorse? Are they already experiencing, you know, this what the hell did we just pay for and sign ourselves up for? And it's tough because, you know, the expectations that you have for him are so high. And if we're being completely honest, guys, this isn't the player we were sold. When Jay Hoyer signed Alex Bregman, Cubs fans weren't expecting a role player. They were expecting a complimentary piece. They weren't. They were expecting an impact bat, a middle of the order force, a guy who could come through in big moments, a guy who could help replace the production that left this organization. Instead, Bregman has spent much of 26 hovering around a 255 batting average with an OPS of around 694 to 705, while producing just 5 home runs and fewer than 20 RBIs through roughly the first 2 months of the season. Now, guys, those aren't superstar numbers. Those aren't even star numbers. Those are league average numbers. The final play of the game in the bottom of the 10th, Alex Bregman comes up to the plate and literally whiffs and flies out to the infield with PCA on third. Not to mention Michael Busch before him flew out to the infield, and not to mention before him Michael Conforto struck out. The Cubs have an offensive problem, and it goes all around. But I'm telling you guys right now, it also all goes back to Alex Bregman. Alex Bregman and Dansby Swanson together are just about unplayable. You almost can't play them both together and have them both hit. It's just that bad right now. Guys, those aren't star numbers. Those are league average numbers. But guys, the Cubs didn't pay for average. Not when the Central Division right now is so stacked with so many good teams. The runners in scoring position is the problem. And this is where it gets ugly because Cubs fans can't tolerate these type of slumps consistently. What they can't tolerate is failing in the biggest moments. Now, Sunday night felt like every frustration from the season rolled into one at bat. Watch this. Let me set the scene for you. You got 2 different plays to look from. The first one, bases loaded. One swing changes everything. One hit changes everything. And nothing. Again. Then let's go to the bottom of the 10th. Cubs down 2-1. PCA stole third base. Right there. A chance for Alex Bregman to be a hero and to send and to keep this game going. And what does he do? Flies out, infield fly out to the shortstop. Ends the game. Chicago Cubs lose another series. Chicago Cubs record goes to 34-32 on the season. They just lost to a team that they'll see again. They lost another series to a team that they will see again next week in the San Francisco Giants. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable. The Cubs have spent weeks struggling to cash in scoring opportunities. The team has repeatedly left runners stranded during key stretches during the season. And when you're paying Alex Bregman to hit the middle of the order, those situations belong to him. Those moments belong to him. That's why you signed him. Stars get paid for pressure. Role players get paid for excuses. Now let's just address the elephant in the room. Buyer's remorse. And before people begin to lose their minds, I'm not saying the Cubs regret signing Alex Bregman. What I'm saying is they may be regretting what they're getting now compared to what they expected. This wasn't a bargain signing. This wasn't a low-risk move. This was one of the biggest investments the Cubs have made all season. The expectation wasn't a 649 OPS. The expectation wasn't 5 home runs. The expectation wasn't disappearing in critical situations. The expectations was all-star production. And right now, Cubs just ain't getting it from him. And here's the truth nobody wants to hear. Alex Bregman might not be washed. He might not be finished. He might even get hot tomorrow. But right now, he looks like a player living off of his reputation. Baseball cares about results. Baseball doesn't care about reputation. The scoreboard doesn't care what you did in Houston. The standings don't care about your resume. The only thing that matters is what you're doing today. And today, the Cubs need more from Alex Bregman. A lot more. And I'm going to say it. If Alex Bregman was not named Alex Bregman, Cubs fans will be screaming for answers right now. Because if another player on this roster was producing these numbers after signing a major contract, y'all, the criticism would be relentless. But because it's Alex Bregman, people keep waiting for the breakout, keep waiting for the turnaround, keep waiting for the superstar. And at some point, that superstar has to show up. I mean, just think about this. The 104, the score was talking to Dusty Baker. They had him on. And he assured Cub fans on Sunday morning that Alex Bregman was going to get started. They said that he's slow to it, but eventually he's going to break out of his shell and begin to hit for the Chicago Cubs. And I wanted to scream through the radio, win, Dusty, win, because we need him now. All the Chicago Cubs have gotten so far was a name when they thought they bought an all-star. No meaningful hits, no big moments, just consistently being average. And the Chicago Cubs did not pay for average. Guys, I hope Alex Bregman proves me wrong. I hope this clip looks ridiculous in September. I hope he catches fire and carries the team all the way into the postseason. But right now, this offense needs more from Alex Bregman. And Cubs fans, you deserve more. So I want to ask you, are you concerned about Alex Bregman's production? Is it too early to talk about buyer's remorse? Or are you still confident he'll become the player the Cubs paid for? I want you guys to let me know in the comments. And as always, go Cubs, go. Peace.
Thank you for watching another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, the #1 spot for all Chicago Cubs content. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more Cubs content.